कैसे बात है Sir, okay? Are comfortable?
I'm comfortable, sir. Okay. You can start.
So, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, welcome to the today's seminar. As we missed yesterday because of some urgent this thing by our resource person, we invited you, and everybody accepted for the same. Thank you very much for the same. And also, now, without wasting much of your time, I'll just hand over the proceedings to our Saran sir.
Thank you, sir. Hi, friends. Good evening. Welcome back to our 7th day of the Excel workshop. Sorry for the little inconvenience caused yesterday due to some emergency. I could have, taken the off. So that has postponed today. In fact, I thank Vijayawada branch, which has given me the comfort to call them back and postpone the session. In today's session, we'll talk a very important topic. In fact, I don't want to change the schedule. That's the reason I requested them I can take on Sunday instead quitting the session for the 7th day week. So before going into the session, as usual, we'll go into the quiz. Friends, in the last session, we were talking about the conditional functions. It was a 6th week session, and today we'll be talking on the consolidation once we give a very quick recap of all the weeks. Let me give a quick recap of all the weeks, whoever missed the sessions. First week, we covered about the version control and different file types. Version controls includes what type of version we must need to use and what is an advantage of always using the latest version. And also along with that, if you want to save the file in what file type we should save. What is an advantage of saving a file in XLSX or disadvantage of saving a file in XLSM, advantages, disadvantages, and so on. In the second week, I covered about the value types. In fact, one of the most important session, if you ask me, the heart of the entire course. Value types. If you want to enter any value into a cell, you must know how many different types of the values. As you know, there are 3 types of values: numbers, text, and Boolean. The entire MS Excel roam around these 3 types of values. I covered very elaborate how those values works. And also I covered about the different types of cell references. As you know, when you put a name, if it is matching to cell, or if it is matching to range, or if it is matching to a defined name, when you put into a formula, if you copy and paste, those things will change. So how many types of references we have and how to deal with that, we understood. In fact, cell reference is of basically 3 types. One is relative cell reference, the second one is absolute cell reference, the third one is mixed cell reference. In case of relative cell reference, both row and column changes based on the movement. In case of absolute cell reference, irrespective of the movement, row and column will not change. That means both are constant. In case of mixed cell reference, either the row is constant or the column is constant. In fact, we use the mixed cell reference when we deal with the 2-dimensional data or 1-dimensional data. Along with that, we covered about the name convention. You can basically refer a cell to 4 areas. A cell into the same Excel, same sheet. A cell into the other sheet of the same Excel. A cell belongs to the other Excel workbook, which is opened. And a cell belongs to the other Excel, which is closed. In fact, the naming convention of all these 4 types of cell reference is different. When you refer a cell into the same Excel, same sheet, you can simply put a cell name. Excel can understand that you are referring into the same Excel, same sheet. When you are referring into the other sheet of the same Excel, then you need to put the sheet name, exclamation mark, cell name, because it's a unique combination. When you are referring to the external Excel workbook, which is opened, workbook name in the square bracket, sheet name, exclamation mark, cell name, because it's a unique combination. But when you want to refer to the workbook which is closed, then you need to give the entire path of the workbook, start from the drive name, then username, then desktop or whatever you need to put it, then workbook name in the square bracket, then worksheet name, exclamation mark, cell name. When you refer to the other external Excel workbook, those we call it as a links. I in fact covered a topic how to break the links in MS Excel. That is the one which I have covered in the second week. In the third week, I covered a topic on the rules of the functions and the formulae. When you will get a pop-up while writing a formula, when you will get an error, what do you mean by the different errors in MS Excel? In fact, till now we covered about 3 important errors. One is the name error, which comes in case you are trying to put a name in the formula, but the name is not matching to any cell name, any range name, any defined name, but which has not in the double quotation, then you will get a name error. The text has to be covered in the formula in the double quotation. And we understood value error. Value error comes in a situation if you put a invalid argument in a function. As you know, function is nothing but a program at the back end. To run the program, you need to put some parameters inside. Those parameters are called as the arguments. Arguments has to be valid. If you enter an invalid argument, there you get the value error. You know, num error we covered. In a situation where argument per se is not invalid, however, if one argument is depending on the other argument, we get the num error. I hope you all remember this num error. Can you tell me in what situation we get the num error? In case of rand between, I have taken an example. In case of large function, I have taken an example. In case of small function, I have taken an example. In all these cases, you get a num error. And we understood what is the meaning of optional argument and what is the meaning of mandatory argument. In a function syntax, syntax is something which gives us a sequence of the arguments in which we need to write. If a syntax, if any argument is in the square bracket, that means it is an optional argument. We covered very elaborate understanding the rules of the functions and formulae. Then in the fourth week, I was covering about startup functions. Start from the very basic sum function with a different type of examples. We covered average function, max function, min function, count A function. The very tiny difference between count function and count A is count function only counts the numbers, whereas the count A function counts even the text also, even the Boolean values also. Max function give you the highest number. Min function will give you the lowest number. Large function will give you the nth largest value. Small function gives you the nth smallest value. In fact, in the same week, I covered about the character function and code function, one of the most important functions. These two functions validate your data, whether your data is having A or B or C and so on. Along with that, we covered about one of the very important topic called non-printable characters. Non-printable characters are basically the characters which cannot be printed on the paper. To remove all the non-printable characters, I covered one important function. Do you know what is the function? Clean function. C-L-E-A-N. To compare the clean function, I explained one more function called a trim function. The trim function doesn't remove the non-printable character, but removes the spaces. But not all the spaces, extra spaces. But not just the extra spaces, all the extra spaces as leading spaces, between the words, following spaces. Trim actually does 3 activities. Then in the fourth week, I covered very elaborate the date functions. In fact, I've covered almost 15 plus functions in the date category. That includes year to extract the year function, month to extract the month function, day to extract the day of the day in the date. Date is the function which can join all these 3 together into the date format. We covered about a weekday function which give you the weekday number. We covered about the e-date, where you can add a couple of months We covered about EVO month function, which add couple of months and take you to the end of the month. We covered about date diff function, which can give you the difference between two dates. We covered about network days function, which can calculate the difference of working days between two dates. We covered about workday function also. And along with that, I covered the time concept. Time is one of the very important concept. A decimal of the hour, sorry, a decimal of the day is a time. 1 by 24 is 1 hour. 2 by 24 is 2 hours. In the same way, exactly the time function works. In last week's session, I started covering the advanced functions. In that category, I covered the conditional functions, where I have covered very elaborate with so many examples using sum if function and sum ifs function. Sum if function basically total the values based on a criteria, whereas sum ifs function total the values based on more than one criteria. I did not just talk about sum if function and sum if. I was talking about more different scenarios. How to use the logical operator in case of sum if function or sum if function. How to use the wildcards. In fact, I have covered a very important topic in the last week, using the wildcards in the sum if function. As you know, the wildcards are question mark, asterisk, and tilde symbol. Tilde symbol is something which is below the escape you can find. Tilde is to convert your wildcard into the pure text. How to use the logical operators are not equal to, greater than or equal to, and so on. And combination of wildcards, logical operators, criteria, how to get the values. And sum ifs also I have explained. Let's come to the 7th week. And in fact, last week, some 10 minutes topic is still pending. I did not take any example for count ifs, average ifs, max ifs, right? Min ifs function. I'll take that in first 5 to 10 minutes. And I'll give you one assignment to all of you. Then we'll go into the today's session. But as usual, before myself going into the today's session, let me give you a small assessment test on the last week topic. I just pasted one link here. I request every member, please use this link and answer the questions. I request every member, please use this link and answer the questions. Everyone, please participate in the question and answer in the assessment test. I request Hyderabad Vijayawada branch, please put the link in the YouTube live comments also. There are 10 questions. Whoever practiced the last week session, I'm sure they will get 10 out of 10, no doubt. I have already pasted the link in the chat box. I request every member open the link and look into the question and answer. Excuse me. I hope the link is working properly. Shilpa, the question for you is, I request you to visit the Vijayawada branch of SARP YouTube channel. There, all the 6-week sessions are there in the playlist. Is the link not opening? Is it? Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Let me try to open this link. Can you guys please confirm whether the link is opening or not? Is the link working? Same problem? 1 second. Just give me 1 second. It's open? Good, good. It's taking a little time, it seems. 1 second. Let me give the link again. Seems the link is not working. Just give me 1 second. I will paste the link again. I pasted the link again. I request members to please click the link and start participating in the assessment test. Yeah, I think link is properly working. I'm getting the results also in the backend. I request every member please participate in the assessment test. Link already shared in the chat box. You can take 10 minutes to participate in the assessment test. Check it out your internet connection. It has to work because I'm getting the answers from there are already 7 members who already submitted their result. One second, if it is not working for the members, let me share another link with you. No problem. Yeah, why don't you guys please try this link? Please try this link. Anthony, Ashok Jain, I request you to please try the link just now, whatever I have shared. Yeah, please. There are 10 people who submitted the answers. Only 2 members got 9 out of 10. No one got 10 out of 10. Aman Rajput and Saurav Kumar Singh got 9 out of 10. Requesting all the members please participate in the assessment test. I have already shared the link in the group. Nandakishore, Nandishwaran, I'm sorry, you got 8. Yeah. These questions can be answered by the people who practiced. If you just simply listen the session and not practice, then you may not get the proper marks. Because these questions are little tricky questions. I request all the members please participate in the assessment test very quickly. Another 5 minutes. You can submit before 6:30 p.m. only 2 members got 9 out of 10. No one got 10 out of 10. Yeah, Banu also got 9 out of 10. Please read the question properly and answer. Last 2 minutes. Whoever had to participate and complete last 2 minutes. There is a question from Radha here. Sir, how you made your basics of MS Excel so strong? It's only the practice, that's the first thing, and continuous R&D. I just don't look into a function. I always look into the recipe of the function. I always look into the back end of the function, how it works. It's a continuous work. It's not just a one-day job. So whatever the logics I know, I'm just providing it to you. I spend a lot of time, ma'am, because how you guys may be spending on your expertise subject 1 hour or 2 hours. Even I do spend every day at least 1 hour, 2 hour in just upgrading my skill on MS Excel. So I always look into the logical part. Any good reference books from basics? Ma'am, I don't believe in books actually, because it's more of theory stuff. My only suggestion, go to F1. F1 is a helper. So you can start looking into the one topic every time. In fact, they give with a lot of examples with a different case studies. You better start practicing that. In fact, great YouTube channels are there. You can just find in the Google. I can't hold Excel knowledge for a long time. I do agree, Sachin, but that is only happen if you are not practicing. Every time when you get a data, you start practicing using the different features of Excel. I'm sure you can hold Excel knowledge for definitely longer time. Obviously, just by listening the classes, you may not get it. You may not hold the knowledge for a long time. Yeah, let me stop. Friends, let me copy the link, whatever I have pasted earlier. Let me open the link in the new sheet. Let me share with you all. I'll also participate in the assessment test. Let me see whether I can answer all the questions properly. Let me share my screen with you all. Everyone, please have a look. This is the assessment test I have given. With the explanation, let me give the answers. Yeah, let me give my name, CS Arun Kumar. You. The first question is, this is a tricky question. Everyone has given a wrong answer. What is the following, which of the following function sum the values based on a single criteria? Many people said SUMIF. For your information, even in case of one criteria, SUMIFs also works. So both SUMIF and SUMIFs, everyone confused this question. I asked you which of the following function sum the values based on a single criteria. Both the functions. SUMIF also supports single criteria. SUMIFs also support single criteria. The answer is both. Which of the following is not a wildcard character? Asterisk is a wildcard character, means 0 to infinity characters. Question mark is a wildcard character, means any character, one character. Tilde converts your wildcard characters into the regular characters. So this is also a wildcard character. Exclamation mark is not a wildcard character. In which of the following case the sum range argument of the SUMIF is optional? Many people did not observe on that day. SUMIF function is having three arguments: criteria range, then criteria, sum range. If you observe, sum range is having a square bracket. So in case of sum range is numbers, the question which I asked here is, in what are the cases? Let's say if I ignore sum range, do you think I'll get my correct answer? No. You can only ignore the sum range when your criteria range is matching to the sum range. I'll take an example. Don't worry, I'll take an example on this. In case my criteria range is exactly matching with the sum range, then only you can ignore the sum range. So my answer is, in case of sum range is numbers, wrong. In case criteria range is equals to the sum range, yes. If both are matching, then I need not to enter the sum range because it's optional. Question number 4. Which of the following text fits into the expression question mark A asterisk? Question mark means any single character. Question mark means any single character. A means it has to be a constant A. That means there must be minimum 3 characters, but third character must be A. So A, minimum 3 characters, third character must be A. A. Yes, minimum 3 are there, third character is A. A, minimum 3 characters are there, third character is A. So all of the above. All of the above fits into the same. Guys, this formula means look into A2 column A500, first Swiggy company, total the values in the C2 column C500. This gives me the total of Swiggy. Just because I have given equal sign, the value will not change. This also will give you the total of the Swiggy. Both results the same answer. The answer is true. Let me go a little further. How many number of arguments are allowed in SUMIFs function? SUMIFs function syntax, if you observe properly, SUMIFs, open bracket, sum range, comma, criteria range 1, comma, criteria 1, comma, in the square bracket, criteria range 2, comma, criteria 2, comma, in the square bracket, criteria range 3, comma, criteria range 3, comma, dot, dot, dot. Friends, in a syntax, whenever you find dot, 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 that doesn't mean infinity arguments it allows. In fact, I've covered this when I was talking about the rules of the function. Maximum number of arguments a syntax allows in case the syntax is having dot, dot, dot is 255 characters. Many members has given a wrong answer for this. Lot of people has given infinity, a lot of people has given 3. Which of the following in this case it's a 255. Which of the following statement is true? Can you tell me what is the true here? In sum ifs, sum range is optional, which is wrong. Sum range is mandatory in case of sum if function. First argument itself is a sum range. In sum if, sum range is a mandatory, which is wrong. In sum if function, sum range is a third argument, which is in the square bracket. This is false. In sum ifs, sum range is a mandatory argument. Yes, this is a true. In sum if all arguments are mandatory, false, because sum range is a optional argument. Okay, now tilde question mark means, I already told you while even recapping the previous session today, tilde means this question mark will no more a wildcard, this becomes a pure text. Tilde converts your wildcard into a normal text. Max ifs function is not available from 2013 version. That is part of Office 365, which is false. In 2013 version, max ifs is not there. Asterisk PVT LTD means any name that must end with private limited. Let me submit. I hope I'll get 10 marks. I got 10 out of 10. Okay. Thank you all whoever participated in the assessment test. Let me tell you how many members participated in the test. There are, one second. There are 37 people participated. There are 2 people who got 10 out of 10. One member is Shriya. The other member is Pushpendra Singh. Congratulations, both of you. And a lot of people got 9 out of 10. Banu, then Saurav Kumar Singh, Aman Rajput. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, congratulations for all the members who ever participated. If you can look into the basics more, if you can understand the logical part, I'm sure you can get 10 out of 10 very easily. The coming sessions, questions will be a little tricky. So please practice to get 10 out of 10 in the assessment tests. Anyway, let me go into the today's session. Friends, whatever just now I have covered, let me very quickly recap the last sum function case study, then we go into the today's session. Now let me stop sharing. Now let me share the screen of the MS Excel. Friends, this is what the previous week session, I covered the sum if function, I covered the sum ifs function. I have not taken any example of this. So what I'll do, I'll take a new Excel, then let me copy from the previous Excel the same example. Let me go here. Let me take the same example. Let's go here, Control C, and let me paste here. And now let me share this new Excel file. Yeah, I'm sure you all are finding this file. Friends, as I told you earlier, equal to sum if. If you observe sum range in the square bracket, I did not find anyone who got this question on that day. No one asked this question. Everyone was just observed and the class was over. I thought at least one member should ask this question. When the sum range is optional is the question. Let's say if I want to get the total for Swiggy. So normally what we do, Swiggy equal to, now let me give a defined name very quickly to make this example that easier. Now what I can simply do, let me select this everything. Let me go to the formulas. Let me create from the selection. Now I'm finding top row as a defined name. So the advantage of this is you'll get a defined name called company, one more defined name called area, one more defined name called date, the other defined name called sales for the values below the title. because I said top row create as a defined name. Now 4 defined names got created. One is the area, the other one is the company, the other one is the date, and the other one is the sales. Now if I want to get the total for Swiggy, SUMIF, look into the company column for this, then total the values in the sales column. Wonderful. But if you observe the argument, the third argument is optional, right? So can I ignore the same SUMIF, look into the company column for this? Since third argument is optional, let me close this. Could you please tell me what maybe the answer I'll get here? Anyone please? Can anyone please answer? Put in the chat box, make sure that the session goes in a very interactive way. Friends, my question is very simple. My question is very simple. What is the answer in this case? Many people said value error. In this case, the answer is a 0. You know why? Because Excel doesn't know which column it has to sum. Excel doesn't know which column it has to sum. Sharon, if that is the case, why it has given third argument as an optional argument? It should have given directly that third argument must be mandatory. Wait. Let's say if I want to get greater than 900 values total out of the sales column, the total of greater than 900 equal to SUMIF, then what is the criteria range? Sales column for this criteria. What is the sum range? Again, the sales column. You'll get the total, all the values which are greater than or equal to 900. Or else let me total the values which are less than or equal to 150. It is just 6008. Now, because the third argument is optional, let me try this formula. SUMIF, look into the sales column for this, close bracket. What is the answer I'm going to get? Because I ignored the third argument. Now I'll get the same answer, because as I mentioned even in the quiz, that if the criteria range is matched to the sum range, then you can ignore the sum range. So in Excel, it's most important. In case of the optional argument, you must know when it is optional and when it is mandatory. If the criteria range is not matching with the sum range, you need to enter the sum range. Otherwise, it will not work. Okay. Now what I'll do, I take a Swiggy, I'll take a East. I want to get the answers for each and every function. SUMIF, SUMIFs, then COUNTIF, COUNTIFs, average if, and average ifs. I'll take one example for every case. Max ifs and min ifs. Everyone please concentrate. Let's say for only Swiggy, you know what is the answer? Equal to SUMIF, look into the company column for what? For Swiggy, and total the values in the company area, sorry, sales column. I'll get the Swiggy total. Let's say if I want to get Swiggy as well as East, so what is the formula you're going to enter? It's a SUMIFs function. SUMIFs, sum range is sales column. As I told you, sum range is mandatory in case of SUMIFs function. What is the criteria range one? It's a company column. For what I need to look for this? I need to look into the criteria range 2, that is the area column. For what I need to look for this, close bracket. So this is the answer, Swiggy East. Now, can I use for the Swiggy the COUNTIF function? Simple, COUNTIF. Because it's not summing any columns, the argument and syntax is exactly same, but one argument is missing. That is a sum range, because it's not required. I want to look into the company column. I want to know how many Swiggies are there. That's all. Why should I give the third argument? It's not required. There are 100 Swiggies are there. If I want to know for the Swiggy East COUNTIFs function, how many combinations of Swiggy and East is there? Directly it is taking the criteria range 1. Look into the company column for this, look into the area column for this, enter. There are 25 combinations are there having Swiggy and East. Now I want to know, out of all the Swiggies, what is the average? Simple. The same function I would be taking Control C, Control V, don't change anything except refer to this and change the sum to average. Average. If, enter. 556.87 is the average, because obviously sum by divided by this is average this. Average, if I want to know what is an average, what is a average for the both combination? Simple. You do one thing, Control C, or else you can start, Control C, paste here. The only change, you know what you need to do? Change this to average, right? 528.6764 is the average of the combination of Swiggy and East. If I want to know the max ifs, what is the maximum value out of all the Swiggies? It's very simple. Now just change this to max. Sorry. Yeah, just change this instead of average to max, so that you will get the maximum value out of all the Swiggies. I want to check minimum value out of all the Swiggies. Instead of average, let's put min 129. So your Swiggy is between 129 to 987. Okay, so I've taken one example for each conditional function. It's gonna be very simple actually. As I told you already, if you know the logics, understanding this is very simple. Let me save this file very quickly. Revision of conditional sum functions. Yeah. Let me put here revision of, or else conditional sum functions. Yeah, there's a question from Aman Rajput. Sir, suppose in a balance sheet all the values are in lakhs, like 23.07. I have to multiply it with 1 lakh to expand it. Example 2309. What is the easy way for the same? The same thing. No, you can take a whole to the power, rather multiply. I didn't get a question, Aman. You're saying if it is in 23.09 111, what is the way to get into the absolute figures? Is it the same? If that is the case, you can simply either put into 1 lakh or else whole to the power of 6. 10 multiples of 6. Anything is same actually. So that's the only way, no other way through which you can immediately expand that. Rather, I don't know, maybe we can write a small macro we can put on the top that can increase or reduce the figures into the millions or maybe lakhs and so on. But there is no direct function for that. There is a question from Radha here. Sir, since maxifs function is not available in previous version, then what is the alternative formula can we use? Radha, please hold the question if you don't mind till the topic which I covered called arrays. Array is the concept. Even without using sum if, still you will get the same answer by just using a sum function. Without using sum ifs, still you'll get the same answer by using sum function. In the same way, even I don't have a max if function, still I can get the same answer. But if you want to understand that, I'm going to cover, let me see where I can cover the arrays. Yeah, you have to wait for a couple of, 15th week. Okay, because it's a little complex function, complex concept. I cannot directly jump here because if you want to know this concept, I need to cover almost like all these things. Okay, don't mind, Radha. I'm sure definitely you will be in a position to get it on your own. Okay, so this is the one which I covered, which is part of conditional functions. Let me jump into the today's session, the consolidation related features. That is one. As I told you, in these sessions, I can even prepare examples on my own in the class itself, so that let me just close this file and let me close all of the files. Now let me open one blank Excel. Everyone please concentrate. Yeah, this is a blank Excel. Rather, I hope you got the point. That is possible without using max ifs, but by using the array functions, array concept. Okay, so everyone please look into this consolidation. Friends, this is a blank Excel file having one single sheet. Now what I'll do, Shift plus F11, I'll just keep on press Shift F11 shortcut. You know what happened? I inserted 12 sheets. Let me rename the sheet as Jan very quickly. This one Feb, this one March, this one April, this one May, this one June, this one July, this one August, this one September, and October, November, and finally December. What is the shortcut for the rename? The shortcut for the rename is Alt. I use Alt O H R because O for the format of sheet which I want to rename. So Alt is a very sequential key. So format and sheet, which format for the sheet and which I need to rename. Could you please tell me what may be the shortcut for the hiding the sheet? Again, if you want to hide the sheet, that's a formatting. Hide. Could you please tell me what will be the shortcut? It's gonna be Alt, O, H, H. You know what is the shortcut to unhide the sheet? It's gonna be unhide. It's very simple. Alt O H U. Right? Very simple, right? The easy way to understand. I want to auto fit the column width. Then column. So Alt O C. What do you want? You want auto fit, right? So auto fit. Alt O C A is column auto fit. Very easy to understand shortcuts actually. Alt O C is for column, A for auto fit. If you want to make a row auto fit, Alt O R A, because this is gonna be row. Okay, so it's row auto fit. Okay, these are different. Let me not deviate. These are different shortcuts. Let me cover a couple of other simple shortcuts. Alt comma D comma D for data as for sort. So D for data as for sort. So it's a D. Easy way to understand. This is S. If you want to filter, simple. Alt O, Alt D, F, because it's a filter, and in that auto filter is there. So F comes 2 times. See, is there any difficulty in understanding these shortcuts? No, simple. If I want to go for subtotal, Alt D B. What? It's gonna be D for data, SUP total, subtotal. So I can simply make sure that this is the word. Do you know what is a shortcut for text to column? It's text to column. Alt E. You can I can put like this many. Alt L is for the data validation. Data validation. It is L. See, if you start using this, I'm sure you can easily get it. Anyway, this is not about shortcuts. So what I'll do, I'll just take another sheet. I'll just copy this entire thing. I'll cut here and I'll paste here. Okay. So let me delete all these things. In fact, the topic which I want to cover is consolidation. Consolidate everyone. In this case, I've selected only one sheet, right? If I want to select all the sheets, simple. Right click, select all sheets. Wow. Let me zoom little in. What is an advantage of selecting all the sheets? Can anyone tell? If I write anything in the active cell, that will write at the back end in all the sheets, because all sheets got selected. If I write Saran, if you go to any of the sheets, everywhere Saran is there. Check it out. Now let me select all the sheets. Let me delete this. Now what I'll do company here. I'll write amount. Let me have quick company names. Let's have A, B, C, D, E, F. It's an auto complete. It has taken automatically. Let me take this. Now I want to write rand between. So equal to rand between 100 to 1000. Copy paste special values. Right? So this is the company. If you observe, because I have selected all the sheets, whatever I have written belongs to the every sheet. Now if I go and look into the other sheets, see, every sheet having the data. But if you observe, the data is different because I have used a rand between. Because for every sheet, rand between is different. Because I copy paste special as values, the values are different. Okay. Now the question which I would like to ask you all is, what is the method through which I can do the consolidation? That means if I want to get the total of all the companies for all the 12 months, can you please repeat how to select all the sheets? Simple. Right click on any of the sheets, select all sheets. Pooja, got the point? Right? Select all the sheets, right? Whatever you want that belongs to every sheet. I hope you got the point, Pooja. Yeah. So now here the point which I would like to explain in today's session. What is the method we are going to make the total here? It's very simple. I'm sure you all may be doing in the manual method this plus, let's go to this plus, let's go to this plus, let's go to this. April, then May, then June, then July, then August, then September, then October, then November, then finally December. Wow. Copy paste. Yeah, you are absolutely right, Surika. This is a normal way people does. But there is one more method, we call it as a 3D sum, through which you can do the consolidation. Let's say 10 is there, 20 is there, 30 is there. If I want to sum all these three values, what is the best method? Please put in the chat box. Let the class be more interactive. If I'm not wrong, I can simply put this plus this plus this. Is it? If not sum, I'll use sum function. I'll take this, comma this, comma this. If not, I'll take sum function. I'll take the range, this column, this. Let's take equal to formula text. Sorry, formula, so that you can see all the functions, all the formulas, whatever I have written. Guys, could you please tell me what is the best formula out of all these three? Though I have written three formulas, the last one. You know why? Because even if 1000 items are there, the last formula length will not change. I have used the concept of the range. E2 column E4 means from E2 through E4. In the E column, from the second row till the fourth row. That's the meaning of it. Range is indicated with a column. E2 column means through till E4. Now what I'm trying to do, I want to do the same. I want to apply the same concept even for the sheets. Equal to sum. For example, if I take January B2, you know, if I enter what's the answer, simple. January B2 will be considered. As I know the naming convention, this is a cell name. This is a exclamation mark. Before exclamation mark is a sheet name. Now what I'm going to do, I'll put column here. I'll put December. Concentrate. If I take Jan colon December, how Excel decodes this, you know, because B2 is there, that means it has to consider the B2 cell of what sheet December, but not just December, from January till December. So from Jan till DAC, all the sheets it will consider, finally it will sum. Do you think if I enter, I'll get the correct answer? As long as you trust Excel, yes, it does give you the correct answer. How simple it is. Even tomorrow when I have 100 sheets, I can still get the same method. My formula length will not change. This we call it as a 3D sum concept to consolidate the data. No. Friends, the question what is asking, Sharon, do you think that Jan B2 colon December B2 give you the same result? No, because Excel doesn't know this range. This you cannot make Jan B2 till December B2 because you cannot create a relation, right? If you remove this, from January till December, take B2. Excel does understand this. Okay. Now, friends, I have a question. See, it's not in Excel. We need to always learn the powerful things. In Excel, we must need to learn the dangerous part also, because we are not the end users all the time. Just because I know the Excel, I cannot I cannot use a lot of latest functions. No, that's wrong. Is it only work in the first sheet and last sheet, or it works anything? Rakesh, just hold your question. Probably once I cover another 10 minutes, your question will get answered. Friends, let's say I sent this file to my article student. What my article student does, he has to review these figures. He started reviewing Jan, Feb, March, and so on. And somehow he want to compare the January with the December, just for the small analysis. January is here, December is here. He's a lazy guy. What he did, just for the comfort, he moved January before December. Then he started comparing these 2 months figures. Then he saved the file, he closed the file. Now if I go to console, do you think my totals are correct there? Can anyone please confirm? No. No. You know why? My totals got changed. Why? Because I have taken a function called Jan colon DC, means from the January sheet till the December sheet. Now, how many sheets are there from the January till December? Only 2 sheets are there. Excel gonna take only the total of 674 and 803. If I go here, that is exactly the same. Then we immediately start scolding our article students. You changed the sheet, because of that entire formulas went wrong. Do you think is it the mistake of the article student? No, because that he's a poor fellow, he doesn't know anything. So it is the mistake from the person who prepared this file. He thought he's expert and he has used the 3D sum, but he doesn't know the dangerous part of it. So that's the reason, always understand while learning a feature, if you don't do it properly, what are the other things happen? Let's say if I am the person prepared an example and a file, and I'm the only end user of this file, no one in my office touch this, then I can write whatever the complex formulas I want. But I am the person who prepared this file. Later, so many of my staff may work on this file. Then you cannot write whatever the advanced formulas you want, because they also need to know what you have written. But just because user may change the sheet, can I stop using this type of formulas? No, you should use the latest formulas. You should use the formulas which save your time. But you should look into the fixation part. What is the thing you can do so that user cannot move the sheet? If you think using this type of formula is mandatory because you have 100 sheets, but you want to restrict the user to change the sheets, to move the sheets, to insert the sheets, to hide the sheet, to unhide the sheet, you know what I need to do? Protect worksheets in the workbook is the way to restrict the user the worksheets. Once protected, user cannot do the structural changes to the workbook. Structural changes means any change with respect to worksheets. So any change with respect to the worksheet. What are the changes? Okay, that means once protected, user cannot insert new sheet, delete existing sheet, rename the sheet, move the sheet, copy the sheet, hide the sheet, unhide the sheet, and change tab color. Change the tab color. Right? These all are the 8 activities user cannot do once he protect the sheet. But how to protect the sheet? The simple navigation we have, it's gonna be review tab, it's gonna be protect group, that protect workbook. Don't confuse with the protect workbook. Protect workbook means sheets in the workbook. So what I'll be doing, I'll go to the review tab, I'll go to protect workbook, it's asking the password, give the password, confirm the password. Now, can I write anything here? Of course, because I have not given a protection for the cells, but I have given a protection for the sheets. Now, can I insert a sheet? Let me right click, start inserting. Is it possible? No. Can I delete a sheet? No. Can I rename a sheet? No. Can I move or copy a sheet? No. Can I change the tab color? No. Can I hide the sheet? No. Can I unhide the sheet? No. Even this plus symbol got disabled. Even if I go to home tab, even if I click insert, sheet got disabled. Delete sheet got disabled. Format of hide or unhide got disabled. Rename got disabled. Now user cannot move the sheet. Friends, in MS Excel, combinations are most important. If you know that you're going to use the 3D sum at any cost, then you better protect the sheets. Then you can start using the 3D sum. Understand the combination of features. Then you can make your Excel templates much better. I hope you all understood how to protect the worksheets. Now, friends, what I'll be doing, let me insert a sheet. Shift F11. So, sorry, I cannot insert a sheet. Why? Because it is still in the protection. Let me go to the protection, protect workbook, and from the password. Shift F11, Alt for HR. Now I want to make it as a Q1. Could you please tell me what formula I should write for the Q1? Can anyone tell? If I want to get the data for the Q1, what is the formula I should write? Simple. Equal to sum. Could you please put in the chat box what is the formula I should write to get the total of Q1? Today's session, I'm not sure why it's not much interactive. It's very simple. Jan colon March exclamation mark beat, right? Control plus enter is the shortcut to get the values. Simple. Friends, when I hold with the left mouse, when I start moving, what is the meaning of it? Moving the sheet, right? When I hold the control key and leave it, are you finding a small plus symbol which is coming and going? That means it's copying the sheet. Now let me take a Q2. Now let me go here. Let me take for the Q2, it's April to June. Now let me drag this and paste here. Let's take Q3. Now this gonna be September from July. Now let me drag this and Q4. Now this is December from October, right? Now do you think how to add sheet with data, sir? I did not add the sheet. I just moved the sheet. I created a copy. So that's what I said. You hold the control key, Then start moving the sheet. Wherever you leave it, that will create a copy. Okay, got it, Ramana Reddy? Now, if you go to console, why your total is wrong? Can anyone tell? Because the formula I have written is Jan, December. That means from the January till the December, there are 3 more sheets between Jan to December. That is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Now, friends, if I want to get the correct answer, could you please tell me what is the formula I should write? Everyone, please. If I want to get the correct answer, could you please tell me what is the formula I should write? Everyone, please. It's very simple. Equal to sum. Jan, colon, Q4, exclamation mark B2 divided by 2. Do you think this gives you the correct answer? Anyone in the session? Absolutely yes. You know why? Because from Jan till Q4, double values are there. Because Jan to December is one set, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 is another set. So duplicate, double are there. To make it half, I did divide by 2. Not clear. Which one? Nandishwaran? Have a look. I'm writing a formula sum. Jan, because it's the first sheet. Column, I want to take till Q4. Q4, exclamation mark, B2 divided by, can you show the sheet names? Is it not visible, the sheet names to all of you? Jan, Feb, March, and so on. It must be visible. Okay, divided by 2. Okay, so Jan colon Q4 exclamation mark B2 means from the January till the Q4, all the sheets B2 shall. Divided by 2 means half. So just copy and paste below. Right? You got the point now, Aman? Or whoever the person asked this question. Great. This is the way the 3D sum works. Friends, for your information, 3D sum having its own limitation. 3D sum having its own limitations. You know what? Limitation 1, if user insert any sheet or delete any sheet or move any sheet, the results may change. Solution. What is the solution for this? Protect the sheets. Second one. This works only the case. Only the case where the position of the data is exactly the same. The position of the data in all the sheets are exactly same. Do you agree this point? My data in all the sheets is exactly into the same position. A2, every sheet A is there in the A2 cell, B is there in the A3 cell, and the B2 is having A related value. Let's say in a situation where Jan is having ABCDF, Feb is having DCB, GH, March is having entirely new XYZ and PQR. Do you think this type of formulas works? No. You know, the solution for this is use another feature called consolidate. Okay. See, in Excel, everything having its own meaning, every feature having its own limitations. You need to use the combination of features to get the answers. Now, let me make it more simple. Let me take a couple of other examples. Concentrate, everyone. Friends, if I write like this, sum, could you guys please tell me what may happen? How Excel understands this part? Excel takes the B2 value, because I kept an exclamation mark. Before that, everything is a sheet name. Why sheet name is having a single quote? Because if the sheet name is having any spaces or any extra special characters, then I'll get the single quote. Question mark, question mark, question mark means any 3-digit sheet. So what Excel does, if I write this formula, Excel, the entire Excel workbook, in this Excel workbook, except the sheet where you are writing the formula. That means ignore the sheet because I'm writing the formula here itself. Whatever the sheet having 3 characters, from that sheet, please take B2 value. Do you think if I enter, I'll get the correct answer? Yes, absolutely yes. See, understand the concepts. Though I have covered a wildcards in the last week, almost the wildcard usage is there till the last session. If I enter, I'll exactly get the same answer. Wow, how simple my formula. But for your information, in this case of 3D sum, it expands my entire data. Though I have written question mark, question mark, question mark, Excel identifies those sheets and it has decoded. But it's okay, at least while entering my job, simple. Exclamation mark B2. This still give you the correct answer. You know what is the meaning of it? Considers all sheets having 3 characters. Do you think this give you? I'm sorry. Do you think this give you correct answer? This gives you correct answer. Yes. Considers all sheets having 2 characters. Right? Do you think this give you correct answer? Sorry. Do you think this gives you correct answers? Considers all sheets having 2 characters which starts with Q. Do you think this gives you correct answer? Yes. Considers all sheets except the sheet where we are writing the formula. That's what I said. Wow, how great the concepts are. Now, what are the sheets it's going to consider if I write the formula like this? Question mark A, question mark. Considers what sheets? Can you tell me? Considers, what are the sheets it's going to consider? Jan, then March, then May. That's all. Sheets. Do you agree with this? Question mark A, question mark means the second character must be A. Out of all my sheets, second character is A, second character is A, second character is A. In none of the sheets, the second character is A, except those 3. Okay, so which makes my example more simple. If anyone having any question till here, please let me know. Anyone? Yeah. Here, if you put, okay, now anything that contains A considers all sheets contains A. Could you please tell me what are they? It's gonna be Jan, it's gonna be March, it's gonna be April, it's gonna be May, it's gonna be August. That's all. But once the formula changes to an expanded form and Looker, will get confused? Yes, in this case it is getting confused. Yes, but you know, at least while entering, because instead of me looking into the every item, I can simply take this so that automatically I'll get the total of those months. I hope you got the point, my friend. Vishwanath. See, this feature is limited to this. Any question, anyone till here? Explain asterisk divided by 2. Simple. Asterisk means every sheet it will consider except the sheet where I'm writing the formula. Why I kept divided by 2? Because I want to make a half because Jan to December is there, Q1 to Q4 is there. I want to make it half. Nandishwaran. Got the point, my friend? Yeah. Okay. Let me save. Now let me save this as a consolidation 3D sum. See, there are a couple of limitations. I overcome the limitations using the protection, but this limitation we have to, overcome. If you want to overcome this limitation, we need to start a concept called consolidate feature. Now what I'll do, I'll just save this file. Let me close this file. Let me even close this file. Yeah, 1 second. Now let me save this file as shortcuts logics. Okay, let me close this file. Let me open this file. If anyone having any question, please let me know. Right? So now let me share this file. Till here, any question? Anyone from the participants? Can I go ahead? Great. Let me cover a small feature called consolidate now. Consolidate. Don't worry, after the session, I'm going to share these files as usual, like every session in the WhatsApp group. Yeah. Now what I'll be doing, I'll take a Q1. I'll insert one more sheet. Let me make it as a Q2. I'll take one more sheet. Let me make it as a Q3. I'll take one more sheet. Let me take it as a Q4. And let me select all the sheets. Now I want to start preparing one more example, right? Company. Now let me take, I have some quick company names: Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, Telegram, Twitter, and so on. That's all. Now let me copy this and random between 100 to 1000. Copy paste special values. Now let me highlight the headings. You may be thinking, Charan, even now the data is exactly in the same position, but you said if the data is in different position, how to handle? Don't worry, I'm going to cover that. Now let me remove these two. Now let me remove, I'm just reshuffling my data. That's why my Q1 is only having 3. Q2 is having, let's say this one. Q3 is having, now let me reshuffle this data. All the sheets, I'm sorry. Now insert, let me cut this. Let me paste here. Yeah, and so on. Now what I'll do, I'll just delete this Facebook. Q4 is not having anything except PUBG 100. Another PUBG is there 500. Check it out, everyone. Now there are 4 sheets data, but the data in every sheet is different. Maybe some of the sheets data is same left column, but some of the sheets where the left column is more. Friends, if this is the case, if I ask you to console, can you do like earlier Q1 column Q4 B2? No, because in every sheet, B2 is not belongs to the same company. In this case, I'm going to use the feature called consolidate. It's not filter. It's not filter, Banu. I'm going to use the feature called consolidate. Where you can find this feature, data tab, data tools group, and consolidate. Concentrate, everyone, the very important topic which I'm covering. Let me go to the data tab. Let me go to this. This is the pop-up. You will get it once you get it. Once you click the consolidate. Data tab, data tools group, click the consolidate. You got a pop-up, right? Consolidate of what is the question the Excel is asking. So friends, I'm going to take almost 6 to 7 case studies. I request everyone first have a look so that automatically you'll get to know what consolidate does for you. Let me have a case study number 1. Let's say company is there, amount is there, A is there, which is having 100. Let's say that. If I want to consolidate this data, you know what happened? Nothing will happen because this data is only having one combination of A and amount. You get 10 only. Let me keep the cursor here. Let's go to the data. Let me go to consolidate. Once you click the consolidate, Excel is asking, Sharon, do you want to use consolidate? That's fine. But by using which function? Do you want to use sum or count or average or max or min and so on? For the timing, let it be sum. Next question Excel is asking, what data you want to consolidate? Because Excel doesn't know which data you want to consolidate unless you provide to Excel. Now let me select this data. Add in the memory of Excel. Right? Now click top row left column. The meaning of this is I'm trying to tell to Excel, you please look into the reference data given, left column unique values, top row unique values, you take it as a combination and total those combinations. Now in this case, how many combinations are there? Only one combination is there, A and amount, because my left column having only one item called A, my top row is having only one item called amount, A and amount combination is having only one value called 10. So if I click OK, my answer gonna be A amount 10. Hold your question for next 10 to 15 minutes. I'm sure all your questions will get answered. Now let me take the case study number 2. For example, concentrate. For example, I have a data like this. If I keep the cursor here, if I go to the data, if I go to consolidate, if I take this data, including the heading, if I add into the data, into the memory of Excel, top row, left column, if I click OK, could you please tell me what will happen? Now, though there are 2 A's in the left column, it will only consider one A because I said I want the left column as a label and only one top row is the amount. So A amount combination 10 is there. One more A amount combination 30 is there. So my answer is going to be A amount 40. Right? So this is the consolidation. Don't worry. Let me take the third case study. Concentrate. Now what I'll be doing, I'll just take this, copy this. Let's go here, paste here. Now let me take one more A. Let's take 50. Now if I go here, if I go to the consolidate feature, if I take this as a data set, if I add in the memory of Excel, if I top row, left column, check. If I click OK, could you please tell me what will come? Again, there are 2 combinations are there. Left column, only one label is there. A, top row is having though 2 columns, but one unique column. Amount, A amount 10, A amount 50. Finally, I'll be having only one combination, A amount, that's going to be 60. Okay, no problem. Let us see more case study. I'm going very with small examples and more elaborate way. Now let me take this, let me put here, let me copy this. I'm sorry. Let me paste here, let me copy this, paste here. Now equal to rand between 1 to 5, copy paste special values. Right? Now, if I go here, this one, let me select this data, add in the memory, top row, left column, click OK. Tell me what is the answer. Tell me what is the answer. It's gonna be 23. Only one combination is there. See how beautiful the Excel is. Let's take another combination. Case study number 5. Let's go here. Control C. Let's put here Control V. Another data set is there, the same data set, right? Now, till now we have taken in the consolidate only one data set, right? Now let me go to consolidate. Take this first data set, add in the memory of Excel, take this second data set, also add in the memory of Excel. Let me put the left column and top row as a combination. If I click OK, now what Excel does, you know, first it look into the unique combinations. amount. So only one amount is there. All A's, only one A is there. Finally, I'm going to have only one combination. So A amount 4, A amount 5, A amount 3, A amount 2, and so on. Even it look into this data set, out of all the data sets, it's 26 and 26. I'm going to have 50, sorry, 23 and 23. I'm going to have 46. Right? Now, concentrate. Case study number 6. This and paste here. Right? This is Q1, this is Q2, Q3, and Q3, Q4. Right? Now this is A, B, C. This is A, B, C. Okay. Now let's put equal to random between 100 to 10, 1 to 5. Now, I don't want anything from you, but I just want to know how many unique left columns will come and how many unique top rows will come. Could you please answer the question? Now tell me. Top row, left column. Though my left column is having 6 items, A, B, C, but unique are 3, top rows are having 4, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So if I click OK, it's going to arrange a 3 by 4 matrix. So I'm going to have A here, 4, 3, 4, 5 to 5, then 2 to 4, 4, 3, 1. So exactly the same I got. Everything together into one. You know what happened when I take a case study number? Let me go here. Case study number 7. I hope you're following me, right? Let me do Control C. Now let me go here, Control V. Let me do Control C. Let me do Control V. If I do it Q1, if I do it Q2, could you please tell me what will happen? This will be total with this, and this will be total with this. You know why? It's not a case sensitive for your information, Aman. This AQ1, this is also AQ1. So 4 plus 2, I'll get 6. AQ2 5, AQ2 4. That's the way it works. Now let me go here. It's very simple. Consolidate. It does consolidation of every data set. Add top row, left column, click OK. Right? Because 4 plus 2, 6, 5 plus 4, 9. You know what I'm going to do? Let me take one more case study, Control C, Control V. Now, friends, this is case study number, oops, case study number 8. Now, if I put C, if I put D, if I put B, if I put A, if I put Q2, if I put Q1, I'll give you 2 minutes time. Could you please tell me what is the A answer, B answer, C answer? I hope you are following my case studies. I'm going very slow. What is the answer I'm going to get? I'll give you time, don't worry. You can put the combinations like AQ1, how much, BQ1, how much, CQ1, how much, AQ2, how much, BQ2, how much, and CQ2, how much. Maximum you have 6 combinations, right? AQ1 8, is it? AQ1 5, AQ2 9, AQ2 okay. Please start putting. Do you think Excel understand this situation? Of course it does understand. Let me go here. Let me select this data set, add in the memory. Let me select this data set, add in the memory, top row, left column, click OK. You can cross check whether you are correct or wrong. Absolutely correct. 4 plus 5 is 1. You must understand here a point. Excel least bother about the position of the item, but it only bother about whether the left column is matching with the top row or not. I hope you all got the point, right? Now, considering this scenario, now if I go back and look into all these four, let me put here consolidate feature, console the data if the same, okay, consolidate feature does the following. Console if the left column is repeating same data set. Console if the left column, sorry, top row is repeating same data set. Console if the left column top row combination is repeating in the same sheet in same data set. Console if the left column and the top row combination is repeating in other data sets. I hope you got the point. First, what it does, it first looks whether any left column is repeating. If it repeats, then it's going to add all the left columns. Then check whether any top row is repeating. If it repeats, it total all the top rows. Then that becomes a combination. Then it checks whether this combination is there again in the same sheet. And combination is there in the different sheet altogether. Okay, so this is the way it works. Now, for your information, consolidate feature looks into the data set which are in the same sheet, which are in different sheets of the same workbook, which are even in different workbooks. In all these case studies, the data sets are exactly in the same position for which I got the consolidate. Now I have Q1, I have Q2, I have Q3, I have Q4. Let's go to the console. Now if I go to the data set, data tab, console feature, now I need to have a reference. Now I'm consolidating the data which is in the external Excel sheet. So add in the memory, let's go to Q2, select this entire data, add in the memory, let's go to Q3, select this entire data, add in the memory, let's go to Q4, select this entire data, add in the memory. Top row, left column, let me click OK. Wow. How do you know that this total is correct? It's very simple. PUBG is not there in any of the sheets except the fourth one. That too, it is there double, 500 plus 500, I got the option. How will it sort? I'm not sure because even I tried with different case studies of sorting. It's not having any pattern. I did not find a logic for that till now. I did not find a logic for that. Kasturi, if I find it, I'll let you know in next sessions. Even I tried with different case studies, different examples, but I did not find the sort order. Now, friends, if I change it to Q1, if I change this to Q2, if I change this to Q3, the title, if I change this to Q4, if I go here, if I keep the cursor, because already in this data sheet, already there is a console, the same data will be there. If I click OK, do you think exactly this data will appear here? If I click OK? No. Earlier, while applying this consolidate feature, the top row is only one. Now, while applying this consolidate feature, the four top rows are there, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. If I click OK, the data will get present in this way. Wow, very nice. Check it out. If there is no feature called consolidate, you may need to keep the data one below other. Then you should remove the duplicates. Then you should start using the SUMIF function or VLOOKUP function. Thanks to consolidate feature, which makes my job very simple by just selecting all the sheets. If anyone having any question, please let me know. Anyone? One of the very important concepts which I'm covering today. Yes, friends, if I change the Q1, I changed the title Q2, I changed the title Q3, I changed the title Q4. Now the top rows are 4 actually. 4 unique top rows are there. No. Of course it works. That's what I have taken, right? In this case, it's more than one column. It works. Right? You got the point? Yes. It works even if the data is having more than one column. With a different name, yes, it does work. It does work. Now, what I'll do, now let me go back. Let me take one case study. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. If I take a console data sets, if I just go here, okay, 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I'll example one more case study of using this. I'm sure you all will connect with this data. Let me share this one with everyone. Friends, yeah, maybe you are asking this, Ragesha. I have 3 data sets, CGST, SGST, IGST, IGST, SGST, CGST, SGST, CGST, IGST. And even the left column is also not same. A, B, C, D, E, B, C, D, E, A, F, B, A, E, A. Now, if I go here, do the consolidate. Could you please tell me what is what? Do you think it's going to give the correct totals? Take it out. Now, let me take the third data set, including the heading, add in the memory, top row, left column. If I click OK, absolutely it will consider the correct answer. You know how? A CGST is 947. Here A is there, CGST is here 462. Here A is there, CGST is here 497. One more A is there in the same data set, CGST is 736. 2641. Though my CGST is in the third column here, in the second column here, in the first column here, but it least bother, but it only look into the top row. Okay, so I hope with this you must understand how the consolidation feature works. But I am expecting a question here. Charan, do you think if I change the original data, this entire data changes automatically? I doubt. It will not. It will not, because the final data what you are receiving is not having any links to the source data. It is absolutely constant. If it is constant, if I change here 1000, how this value will change automatically? This will not. This will not. Right? However, this is a limitation, I know. However, there is a workaround to this limitation. I don't know how many of you observed while I am taking the consolidation, there is a third one which is create links to the source data. If you check this, it's going to give the links to the source data. If you change the back source, the result will change automatically. Now, what I'll be doing, let me save this. Now, let me share my screen again with you all. Yep. Okay. So let's go to the same data. Now, what I'll do, I'll just insert one more sheet. Now, console with Alexa. I'll do the same. I'll not do anything. Now, let's go to the consolidation feature. Let's go to Q1, select this entire data, add in the memory. Let's go to Q2, select this entire data, add in the memory. Let's go to Q3, select this entire data, add. Let's go to Q4, select this entire data, add. Top row, left column, and click OK. But normally, if I click OK, I'll get only the total. Now let me click even the third checkbox. Create links to the source data. Let us see what will happen if I do this. I got the same answer if you observe. Whatever I got here, exactly I got the same. But if you observe, this data is having some of the rows hidden and you got some numbers on the top. That means every left column got grouped. LinkedIn is there in the Q1 and Q4. You got the sum function to that, and you got the sum function to that. And if I keep the cursor here, you'll get a reference to the Q1 B2 cell. If I follow this, how to follow this cell, can anyone tell? Control plus open bracket is the shortcut. If I do control plus open bracket, I can follow this cell. Now, if I change a value here, 9999, do you think the value here automatically changes? Of course, because after all, it is a reference which I have given. If I change the original data, this changes automatically. Friends, whenever you have a grouping like this, you'll find the numbers on the top. 1, 2 is only there because it's having only 2 levels of grouping, highest level and lowest level. If I click the highest number, it expands everything. When I click the lowest number, it collapses everything. Expands everything, collapse everything. Expands everything, collapse everything. Right? But if you find one more thing, in this case, there is a column called B column having book 4. Could you please tell me what is the meaning of this? As I already told you, consolidate feature even works for the data which is even from the external workbook. If the source data from external workbook, you must know from where this data is coming, from which Excel workbook. That's the reason it's a book 4. In this case, everything is same because my entire data is coming from the same Excel file. If the data is coming from different Excel files, then it's going to give you from which Excel file that file name will come. It's a very quick, handy, so that you can understand from which Excel file it is coming. As simple as it. While practicing, I'll give you one small tip. Don't try this, create links to source data from different places. Always insert a new sheet and try this, it will properly work. Yeah, how book 4 WJHY not Q1? I didn't get your point. Surikant Giri. How to, yeah. Is there any shortcut for expand all and collapse all? I'm not sure. I never tried. I'll try the shortcut, but I doubt whether any shortcut is available. No. Yeah. No. I am not finding any shortcut. Yeah. Why not Q? Okay, you are saying why not the sheet names it is giving? Is it Suryakant? No. It only gives the workbook name, but not the sheet names. Because you will only need a reference if the data is coming from different Excel files. If the data is coming from the same Excel, you can just keep a cursor, you can see. Right? Great. Okay, so this is the consolidation feature. If anyone having any question, please let me know. Explain, expand all and collapse all. See, click 2, it will expand everything. Click 1, you'll only find the totals. Radha here, you got the point, right? See, I want to know the extract of this 1000, so you can expand everything. So that this 1000 is coming from book 4 2. If you click 1, you'll only find the subtotals. Let me save this file as a consolidated feature. Friends, I'm going to give you a couple of assignments, okay, for the coming week. I request everyone, sir, is it applies to all functions? No, it is having for sum, count, average, max, min, product, count numbers, standard deviation for variance and population, variance for the sample and population. Only for these functions, the consolidation feature works. Sir, if the sum in expand and collapse structure, will it consider while the sum functions? See, this is only temporarily hidden. At the back end, the formulas are still there. You got the point, Kasturi? If we use sum in expand and collapse structure, will it consider while some function? Yes, that's what I'm saying. It is only temporarily hidden because I don't want to find everything. So formulas will never change inside. Okay, let me save this and close. Now, friends, let me, it works with one file or different files. It works with even n number of files. Even more number of files it works. That's what I said. But you need to open all the files and select the data. That's most important, right? I hope you got the point, right? Now, friends, what I'll be doing, I'll give you a couple of assignments for everyone. Now, let me open one blank Excel file. Let me share this file. Oops, one second. Yeah. Let me share the file, share the screen. Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 assignments to you. Let me take the data of the console. I'll copy this data from the last example. Oops. Okay. Okay, so the example which I would like to cover here is the assignments which I'm covering here are 3. Everyone please concentrate. Every time Excel asks for enable editing, sir. Yes, because so let me, yeah, generally that comes in case of if you are getting the data from different Excel files or different web locations and so on. That's one of the security aspect. Yeah, correct. It's because every file I'm opening from the cloud. So now, friends, the assignment 1 is in the sales here. I have so much of data, right? Now I want range wise. As you know here, these numbers are equal to random between 0 to 1000 or else 1 to 1000. Copy paste special values. I want range wise total. You know what the meaning of that? I want to know 1 to 100, what is the total? I want to know 101 to 200, what is the total? 201 to 300, what is the total? Let me select this and download it, copy paste here. Now I hope you got the point. You got the understanding of this assignment. The assignment is very simple. This must equal to my grand total. Okay. Between 1 to 100, what is the total? 101 to 200 values, what is the total? 201 to 300, what is the total? And so on. This is the first assignment. What formula are you going to write to get the answers? Now, even I have dates here, right? Now, year-wise totals I want. Because as you know, I've taken year from 2010 till 2019. Let me take it again. Equal to rand between whoever missed this formulas earlier. Date function 2010 11. Date function, sorry, comma. Date function 2019 12 first. Oops. 2019 12 31st. Copy paste special values. Since here the dates are belongs to 9 years, so 10 years, 2010, 2011, just drag me till 2019. I want to know the total of every year equal to sum. This sum must equal to my grand total again. I know what you may be thinking, Sharon, it's very simple. What we can do, we will simply insert one more column called we'll simply insert one more column and we'll insert a column and we'll extract the year using a year function from this data, from this. Then we'll get the year, we'll copy paste, then we'll simply go here. Then we can start using the SUMIF function equal to SUMIF, look into this column for this value, okay, this value, and total the values in this column. Very simple. I know that you will be using this type of formulas. I'm sorry. Yeah, so this one is basically this, comma this. Okay, this will match with your grand total. I know that. Keep this 239,970. This everyone does it. But you know what I want? I don't want you must take the supporting column. Without using the supporting column, how to solve this? And last one, irrespective of the year, I want to have the month-wise total. Month-wise, right? Jan, irrespective of the year, all 12 months total I want. What is the method you are going to follow? Again, as I said, I don't want you should use any supporting column. Sum function, make sure that the sum must match with your grand total. These all are the 3 assignments I'm giving it to you. If anyone having any question, understanding these 3 assignments, please let me know. So F12 assignments for friends. From coming session, every day you'll get 1 assignment. Since all the basics are over, assignments on the conditional functions. Right? So, any question? Yeah. Yeah, you can try Kasturi. Yeah, financial year and so on. Yeah, financial year also that's possible. We just need to increase the formula. That's all. You can try. You can try. That works. Okay, so I think that's all. I covered the most important topics today. One is using the 3D sum function. Where to submit the assignment? I'll share in the groups. I'll tell you. Okay. So I'll share some Dropbox so that you can submit the assignment so that I can look into the answers. Don't worry. Guys, start working on. If you have any question, you can ping me. Anyway, I'm there in the WhatsApp group. I'll be sharing the link. My only request, all of you, please practice. Without practicing, it's going to be very difficult. Okay. That's all. Thank you so much. I'm not sure. We have another 5 minutes. If anyone having any specific question, you can let me know. Anything about the topic till now, whatever we have covered, you can let me know. If not, we'll close. Any question on any of the specific topic? Question and answer? No questions? Surprise? Yes, Radha ma'am, you can go ahead with the question. Radha ma'am, you can go ahead with the question. What is a shortcut key from going from one tab to other? Control plus page down will take you to the next sheet. Control plus page up will take you to the previous sheet. The shortcut to go into the next sheet is control plus page down, and the shortcut to go into the previous sheet is control plus page up. Any question? Can the drag function will result in descending order rather than ascending? It's based on the sequence. If you write 100, if you write 90, if you drag it down, then you'll get 80, 70, and so on. If you write 10, if you write 20, if you drag it down, that will take you into the ascending order. You got the point, Kasturi? Yeah. Okay, guys, that's all. Thank you so much for your patient hearing. See you all tomorrow. Sorry, in the next Saturday, coming Saturday, sharp 6 to 8. Thank you so much. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the enterprising session once again, as usual. Thank you. And friends, we'll all meet for the next session on this Saturday. Thank you. Bye-bye.